Thought you retired, he came back out of retirement.
Right? Came out of retirement. Maybe I'll do the same with fighting.
Yeah.
The indoctrination so heavy on kids. It's just being told they're something they're not.
No, I'm not worried at all. I rely on God, Allah.
The world today, though, there's a lot of chaos, right? There's a lot of uncertainty in the world today. We see politically in the U.S., there's an increasingly antagonistic relationship with China.
Yeah.
There's the war in Ukraine. There's all this social polarization within society that's like culminating into violence, vandalization, which is not becoming uncommon. Once great cities have lost their luster, like San Francisco.
Yes.
You used to live in San Francisco, and it's now decayed beyond recognition. How is it like being a father again in the times we are living in? A new father in the times that we're living in now?
Yeah, that's a great question, because I mean, all throughout history, I mean, there's always tough times. It's never going to be easy. There's always going to be wars and political, chaos and stuff. But now is particularly tough for a kid, especially, like you said, I was living in San Francisco almost my whole life. The city completely decayed. Most of my family's in California, but it's unfortunate. I can't really, I wouldn't feel safe raising a kid there. It's weird just watching these cities that were beautiful just completely collapse, just letting, drug addicts and gangs and criminals take over. So you watch this and you're like, wow, it's gotten so bad, though. There has to be a backlash at some point, a swing in the opposite direction, you would think. And one of the other scariest things raising a kid right now in particular is just all the indoctrination and grooming being pushed on kids. I think that's something a lot of parents were completely unaware it was happening. I already have a daughter that's full grown, so I kind of saw it happening in her schools. She went to, Marin. That was probably the first schools, the liberal schools is where it first started happening, but now it's happening all over the country. So I think as a parent, it's just something you need to be very aware of. We were talking earlier how you need to make sure to have, talk to your kids, have critical conversations, see what's going on in their life, and, make sure, they're not getting fed bad information.
Would you say that's your biggest fear for your baby growing up in these times, is that for her to be indoctrinated with maybe ideas that's not going to be good for her well-being?
It's definitely a fear, and one that seems very common. I mean, obviously something bad physically happening to her is your biggest fear, but there's the indoctrination so heavy on kids. You look, I think I read Generation Z, like 20% identify as gay, lesbian, whatever. Yeah. And I'm not even like I'm not like I dislike gay people, but I think it's not a real push. I don't think they really are that. It's just being told there's something they're not. Yeah. And it's messing a lot of the kids up, particularly the trans push, trying to get someone to switch genders. There's no way you can live a happy life trying to be someone you're not. It's like you're lying to yourself, and it's these people aren't happy, and they're making it a lot worse.
I understand as a father, you want to protect your daughter. And oftentimes as parents, we focus on what we don't want our kids to be, or like what we fear, the dangers that are out there. What do you hope for her?
That's a tough question too, because it's just you want to be successful and happy and succeed, but you also you got to. It's all you can do as a parent is kind of push them in the right direction. Yeah. You got to she doesn't have to choose her own path, but you got to make sure to give her good foundations of thinking and, how to critically think, how to fend for herself. And then ultimately she's got to go out in the world and do it. I already have a daughter who's 22 in college, and it's, it's obviously scary raising her, but she's doing well, going to be an engineer. So luckily, luckily that went well. I think put the right things in her kid, and I have faith in myself that I can, do it again. Which is why I became father again.
Big gap, man.
Yeah, crazy gap. Should have had a few in between.
Over 20 years. We thought you retired. He came back out of retirement.
Came out of retirement. Maybe I'll do the same with fighting.
Yeah. The Life Hug podcast is an attempt to get to the truth, the huck, through all the noise of mainstream media with engaging and difficult conversations. Our goal is to grow and develop with all of you as we embark upon new frontiers. So please post your comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a moment.